Welcome to the Engineering Emotions and Energy Podcast. I'm your host, Justin Wink. Today, going to be talking about how the beauty we have in our life is a result of our pursuit of our desires. If there is no pursuit of desires, it's going to be very challenging to find beauty and joy in life. And this was really, I found it was a great example this weekend. Went and visited the Black Chasm. It's a national monument. So basically it's one of these, caverns that has stalactites and stalagmites and various other formations that take millions of years to form. And, if if basically touched by human skin, the oils and stuff basically stop any future growth of these beautiful natural formations, right? And what's I found really interesting is that so much kind of has to happen for this to even be a possibility, and then there's the time that basically through natural processes, the raw materials need to be available, and then a space gets created, and then there ends up being on the other side of the space, the cavern, there ends up being water under pressure that has a lot of minerals, and that wants to get basically somewhere else. And so it's seeking a path, a way to go. And in that process, it starts finding little cracks and crevices. It starts finding a way. And in that process, finding a way, the water with its minerals, the water makes it into the cavern and continues its path, usually into a subterranean lake or a stream or something. And the mineral gets deposited. And that's where we see these beautiful formations of various colors and sheens and shades. And I took some really cool pictures. So I'll show some of these on my Facebook that you can check out. But it's kind of the natural process. And it just reminded me that if there was no wanting for that water that has those minerals, that raw material to go anywhere, we would just have boring caves with no cool minerals. And that really it's the going for what it is we want in life that brings about that, that effort, and that looking for the way, the way becomes apparent. Maybe it's not obvious because some of these formations you would never imagine. Some of these, basically they look like straws, and some are even curlicue straws. It's just gorgeous and amazing. They literally have, for many, many years, thousands, millions of years, will have a hole down the center that the water is traveling through. And that if we can see that the desire itself does not create the beauty, it's the pursuit of the desire through which the beauty is really, because the happiness, the joy is a state of mind which we can access whenever we decide. Just kind of doesn't matter maybe where you're at. If you see your long lost best friend ever, it's instant joy and excitement, right? Or even for some people, just seeing a kitten or a puppy, instant joy. So but that's not really the creation of beauty. Like I've heard the saying that great art is never finished, just abandoned. So it is in the process of the creation that the art that others enjoy is the byproduct, but the fruition is for others through the pursuit. It was not really necessarily the intention to create that exact thing. It's probably almost always a disappointment to the creator. They're like, this just wasn't good enough, which is why they go and paint again, write music again, sing again, create again. It's the pursuit is what matters, right? And in some, because really the lack of desire is the lack of life. Basically a rock has no desire. And hey, Tara. So the rock is not going to be very exciting, right? It's going to, because it does not have life. But when there's sort of the pursuit, which is, kind of what I saw in this cave, which is there's a goal, there's a pursuit, there's something happening. It really provides that beauty, which gets encapsulated in sort of a crystal form or gem form. So when we see really beautiful formations out of nature, there's a bit of a struggle to go from one state to another state. Just a blah state is a blah state. And I've definitely been feeling this in my my day job, where I've been talking to a couple people and trying to describe what my day job is like lately. And it's like there's no rewards for doing well. There's no punishments for doing bad. I don't know what game that is called. It is not a game I enjoy playing. So I've definitely been having very depressed feelings with regards to my job lately. And I have started, I reached out today to one of my work resources to find someone to talk to and see where that goes. It's just been, interesting. I know I have a lot of talents. I know I have a lot of abilities. I have a lot of skills. I just require the right environment to use them. Much like the beautiful stalactites and stalagmites, they need the right conditions created for which their beauty can be fully expressed. And one can look at this as like, oh, this is awful. But the good news is I know I'm not doing what I should be doing. So this is great news in that it's easy to now look for what I should be doing. So now it's just how to best do that and how to make it happen and get to the state where I'm creating my art, I'm creating my beauty and fulfilling my desire and helping others do the same. Because I really do enjoy helping people get their ahas and their, oh my gosh, this is great. And feeling like they're on the way. Yeah, right environment is so key. So I'm going to wrap this up. It was good talking to you guys. I wanted to mention that one very important thing is I do try to say that I'm having depressed feelings or having negative thoughts instead of saying I am, because a lot of how we feel is dictated by our thoughts, and a lot of our thoughts come from what we're exposed to. And if you're watching election news coverage, that's not helping likely either, because there's a lot of negativity. So for election night, have a very special event planned. So do go out and vote, get your vote on, make sure your voice is heard. It will be heard. Just saying what you want, it gets heard, period. None of the other stuff matters. So just get your voice out there, get it heard. We know that nothing's going to get decided on election night. So watching the news, if you have some activity that will be of benefit, like you're going to be volunteering at a shelter or doing a hobby, do that. If your plan was to otherwise watch the news, I've got something for you. It's going to be a 2-hour Zoom mindfulness event for free called Elect for Love, where you can basically spend some time with me and might have a special guest or two. We're going to be offering 2 hours of various mindfulness practices where we will be all focusing on really creating the life and the world we want by focusing on ourselves. And sometimes people might go oh, isn't that just so selfish? Focus on myself when there's so many people hurting and all this other stuff. So again, if you were going to go out and actively be bundling up homeless people, I would say yes, please go do that. If, however, it was going to be at home watching the news, getting frustrated, then possibly yelling at somebody, this is going to be a much better alternative, because we're not going to be contributing to the negativity in the world. We're going to be cultivating love within ourselves and for others, and we'll be able to go out into the world and do much better actions. So do encourage you to come. So go to content.e-motionsengineering.com/electlove. I'll have the link to the show notes. It'll be on Facebook and stuff. Or just send me a note, justin@emotionsengineering.com. Find me on at emotionsengineering on Facebook. And it's going to be free, 2 hours. You can pop in, pop out for as long as you like. Just a little break from all the craziness that's going to go in, and nothing's going to be settled until, definitely it's not going to be settled that night. So let's raise the consciousness, elect for love. November 3rd, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific to 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be fantastic. So thanks everybody, and good day.